Okay, so we are going to continue with our discussion on string. Today we are going to learn how to take user input using the scanner object. So that is our primary concern of how to take user input through scanner object. So this is what we do. Suppose we use this import statement to import the package. Dot star or scanner, either of them. Plus say text, and this time I'm going to create a scanner object as usual. You must have learned this before. And then we start with the loop. If it is required, any other variable, if it is required, we take those variables. Say I take a string type variable S, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a message, enter a string or something like that. Enter a string, and this is what we do, sc dot read line. So read line is the function which is used to take user input. Remember, read line is a single word and L is capital in read line. Now say for example, what I'm going to do is, suppose I want to extract each character from the string S, whatever may be the user input. So what do? I'll start with a for loop. I'm extracting each character, and then in case I want to print it, I can use the system.out.print statement to print the individual characters. And that's it. That's the technique of taking user input. And this part, I believe you have already done it while discussion of outputs. You have already done this, and then we have the closing brace for the function and the closing brace for the class. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another technique using which we are going to extract each word from a sentence. You see, the questions or the assignments which I'm going to give, there will be questions where we need to extract words from a sentence. So in such situations we are going to learn how to extract words from a sentence. Remember, a sentence have words which are separated by space. So now we are going to learn how to extract words from a sentence. So here what we are going to do is we are going to learn the technique of extracting words from a sentence. Now I have already written certain parts of the program. What I did is, this is the very basic thing. I've created a scanner object. I've taken a string variable named S. I've taken a character type variable X. I've taken an integer variable I. I may be using more subsequent variables, hence the semicolon is not added to mark the end of the string, end of each line. And here I am giving a message, system.out.println, enter a sentence, and here I take a sentence. Now what is the technique involved? Suppose, say for example, I'll give you a small example first. Suppose we have a small string, he is good. Suppose this is a string. How do we extract each word from this string? That is, I want say the output to be he is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract each character. And then I'm going to concatenate each of these characters. And the process continues until I get a space. Once I get a space, that means the entire word has been concatenated. So I'll just display that particular string. And then I'm going to nullify that string variable once again and making it ready for the next word. Again, each character of the next word will get concatenated until I get a space, and once I get a space, I'll print the next word. And like that, subsequent words we can simply extract. I'll give you an example. Say for example, we have a string say W which is initialized with null. That is, I'm just simply refreshing it with null, indicating that nothing is contained. Now the first character, we cannot extract a word in one go, that is using a substring, but in substring we again need to know which part or which index marks the end of that first word, or which part marks the beginning and the end of the subsequent words. So that is why substring is not a good idea, though we can do it, but still this is perhaps the best way of doing it. That is, extract each character and concatenate it until I get a space. So what do? First we got H. So since H is not a space, we are going to concatenate it in the variable W. Next again we have E. Again E is not a space, so we are going to concatenate it after it. And then we extract a space. I have already specified that even a space is a character. So once I get a space, what does it mean? A complete word is there in W. So I am going to print it. So suppose the word he gets printed, and then we have something, we are going to nullify W back. That means again the word he gets nullified. That means W contains nothing now. Again the next extracted character is I. Next time again S, again it is not a space, so carry on concatenating it. So now we get a space, so print the word. That means space always marks the end of it. Now we'll see the third one. That is, after nullifying it, again we'll extract each character. So this time G, next time O, next time O, next time D, and then is the problem, because we don't have a space after the last word. So that's the problem. So what do? The easiest technique is we'll add a space at the end of the sentence. So how do we do that? After taking the input, let me add a space at the end of it. S equal to S plus space. So here I have added a space. That writing B and putting a slash, that's an indicator when we write in a copy to mark a space, a blank space. That's nothing. You can also keep it blank. Doesn't matter. You can also keep it blank. So here S equal to S plus space is used to add a space at the end of the sentence and assign it back to S. So S contains this, say the underscore represents us blank space, here blank space, and again here blank space. So after every word there is a blank space now. So here now what do we have? W will be good, and after that next time when it extracts it will get a space, so therefore I am going to print good. So this is the trick for extracting each word from a sentence. So how do we do that? We'll start with a for loop. For I equal to 0, I less than S dot length, I plus plus. Now what we are going to do? We are going to extract each character. X equal to S dot caret I. So what am I doing? I am extracting each character. Now if X is not a space, what am I going to do? I am going to concatenate it in W. W equal to W plus X. So here I take a string W which is initialized with null. Null means blank, there is not even a space in it. So W equal to W plus X means I am concatenating each extracted character with W. And how long will this process continue? As long as X, the extracted character, is not a space. So H gets concatenated, E gets concatenated, like that. And when I get a blank space, that means I got a complete word, so I'll jump to the else part. So when X is blank space, it will jump to the else part. And here what am I going to do? I'm going to display the value of W. That means I have extracted the entire string or the entire word in W, and therefore I am going to display it. And after displaying it, what do? There is one more work left, that is nullifying W. If you do not nullify W, next time is get concatenated with he. So the second output will be he is. And similarly for the good, it will be he is good. That is how you are going to get the output. That is why nullifying the W before the closing brace of the else is very important. That's it. That's the technique for extracting each word from a sentence, which will require in those programs where we need to extract each word from a sentence. So you will have assignments where we are going to solve questions both related to simple strings extraction of characters, and then you will also have questions where you need to extract words from a sentence and do whatever I am trying to tell.